What's up, guys? Welcome, everybody. My name is Abel. This is AP2 Square, where your art and passion collide and we create beautiful art piece. So I want to first focus here. This is an art piece that I've been composing prior to the start of this video. Now, the first thing I want you to look at here is that I am looking for two things. First, I want my art piece to have some breathing on certain areas, and secondly, I want my art piece to get busy. And when I say busy, is like take it as like the key point, focal point of your art piece, the part where you really want to draw all the attention you can get from your audience, even for yourself. So me as a self-taught artist, I've struggled with the right method on how should I approach my my canvas. How do I start? And this is one of the things we're gonna be tackling today. So if you're interested, stay around and watch the process. Also, do have in mind, I'm not looking at any reference throughout the entire process, mainly because I also want to push myself a little bit sometimes. It's not that I don't use reference, I do love reference. Sometimes I want to see, what else can I do after all of these months of practice and stuff. So let's have fun with that and let's get onto it. So I'm gonna be working on this, and once I establish the composition again, we're gonna go back and we're gonna assess some things about that. All right, so stick around and enjoy this fast lap time video. As artists, the risk of being an artist is that you learn how to have that freedom, that free in your art, in the way you express yourself, the way you express other things other than just your art piece. But there comes with it a little bit of a risk, or a little bit of counterbalance to it, and that is precisely the lack of structure. And with the lack of structure, the journey gets longer and it's harder for you to learn anything. So we're gonna try to start this journey of you and me in learning how to get our structure, at least when it comes to composition, correct. Also, I would like to communicate a little bit of her personality. So she's inclining on her hand, reciting with her fist over here like that. Let me zoom in, maybe you can appreciate that better. And she seems like she's grabbing something or looking at something that it's floating or something. This is the blocking stage. I'm going to show you a little bit of how it would look like when I start blending colors and creating like the balance of the art piece. Because so half of the battle is learning, communicating your shapes. First, here we have, obviously, if you look over here, we have a clear sky that helps us have some breathability on our art piece overall. But then as we go down, it gets busy. But if you look at the way I shape the clouds, it's kind of like it's guiding you through this line over here to the tip of her hand, and it is helping you to be easily seduced to the idea of like, hey, come look at here. And yes, so like I said from the beginning, there has to be a very relaxed area in your art piece, and there has to be a very busy spot on your art piece. In my case, I want that spot to be right at the tip of her fingers, where she's like casting some sort of an power where she bends water, and then she does it in a way where she creates this like ice froze stage of the water, and that's kind of like leads her to shape water to her will. It's interesting. If you want to know more about this, follow me on Instagram. And also, if you really want to know more about it, you can always support my projects in Patreon, where I'm gonna be, sharing more details about the background story on this original character of mine, and also we'll be giving some pretty cool commissions giveaway. So if you're interested on me drawing any of your projects or art piece or something you just want, particularly for this month, we'll be drawing portraits. So if you have any requests that you would like to throw in, follow me on Patreon, support me if you can, of course. And if you do, well, you probably gonna end up being part of the giveaway for a commission. So yeah, so back to this subject. All right, so let's recap real quick. There are 3 things that you have to have in mind when you're starting to establishing your compositions workflow. And one is simplify as much as you can. And by that, I mean try to block your layers into the specific element you're going to be working with. If it's human, foreground, and landscape, such as like mountains or the water, ocean, or whatever, try to make a specific color grade for that type of element. And the third, just have in mind a whole line of where you want the audience overall have the focus on, and with that you will be able to manage something somewhat similar to this. Find the right balance between breathability and also focus, or making the art gravitate towards the focal point of what I really wanted to communicate on that on this art piece in particular. So if you look closely to the background, you will see that the sky is like open wide, so it's giving that much breathability. Then I have this angular cloud coming from the right to left, and that is pretty much kind of like, if you're having hard time focusing on the what the main event of an art piece is, well, artists like us, like you, should be able to provide that to your audience. Yeah, so try to work with that, play around with that a little bit. If you have anything that you come up with, tag me on Instagram. As always, links will be down below, and feel free to follow me on Instagram and all of my various platforms that I'm available in. And catch you in a little bit later, guys.